Hello everyone and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the Lamborghini Huracan STO from MiniGT. This is the first release for the casting, so let's go ahead and take a look at it and see if it is worth adding to your collection. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started with our casting. So, just taking a quick look at our proportions. We're looking pretty good, nothing out of whack here. We'll plop it down and put the real life car up in the top right hand corner for you guys to compare. And we're gonna go ahead and take a closer look and see where our plastic bits are. So our plastic bits on this one are our rear wing right up front. And then there's plastic insert right here, which I'm not even 100% sure this is plastic. I'm like 90% on that. Moving into the top, our mirrors are kind of rubberized again. Which is good because it keeps them less fragile. So moving into the casting itself, we'll see tons of body lines where you'd want them to be seen. All these kind of louvers and everything like that, casted in, detailed, looking nice. The engine cover vents, all casted in. These kind of vents back here, casted in. All this, we even get our door handles, gas cap, all that kind of goodness. When it comes to this up front section, so this orange bit, this bit of trim, as far as I can tell, at least for up front, it is its own separate piece that's been kind of intricately inserted inside there, which honestly, from this angle right here, it does look a little weird because of these two little dots, but I mean, how often are you really looking at it from this angle? I mean, it just looks really good. Lots of kinds of inner working bits there, and it just all together comes across very, very lovely. Casting is phenomenal. Moving in to our paint and deco. This is kind of the presentation colors. It's not labeled presentation on the box. It is the blue Laufey. I probably absolutely butchered that pronunciation of the color, but it is a realistic color, and it is probably the first color that comes to mind when you think of the STO, just because it was used in so much of the promotional imaging for this car when it first came out. So I do think it's a really good first choice. The execution of it as well came out really nice. The orange and the blue like just pop really nicely together with each other, and it looks very clean. And yeah, we get the STO on the side there as we should, and overall just another very, very highly executed deco there. Moving into our details, we'll start up front where we can see we do have plastic inserts for headlights, which look really, really nice. We do have a little Lamborghini logo there. It is perfectly centered as you would hope it would be. We even get this little white trim across the like splitter here that you don't yeah, it's really even kind of hard to notice that it's there, but it is there on the real life car. So we did mention that these kind of louvers are where you'd want them to be, the STO where you'd want it to be, and then all this orange bits are trimmed in, looking great. As we come to the back here, you'll see we do have some carbon fiber printing on the shark fin, and then the entire rear wing has got some carbon fiber print on it, which just looks so good. That's just like the chef's kiss right there on the details. Coming into the back here, we do have plastic inserts for the taillights. We do get Lamborghini kind of written out there. And then we do get a highly detailed section for the diffuser and the exhaust area. The exhaust tips, however, are not painted on this release. So if that's something that bothers you, just make sure you make a note of that one. Moving into our roll test, like all MiniGTs, it does roll, and it rolls very, very smoothly. I went ahead and put this one on the scale, and it came out to be 40.57 grams, so it does have some really nice heft to it, which gives it a good feel as well. Moving into some pros and cons. So, a huge pro for this release is just how the casting was engineered for me. This kind of triple layer section that we got with the base right here, and then this extra piece for the orange trim, and then the main body right up here. Again, it does look kind of odd from right there, but on the whole, I just think that that looks really well, and it was just implemented fantastically. As you can see, it's probably the same way back here with this orange bit, and I just feel like that really kind of took what was going to be a difficult section to really cast out and really made it look really, really nice. And so that is a huge pro for me. And then, as I mentioned before, the other big pro I'm going to give this one is the absolute chef's kiss of the carbon fiber on the wing and shark fin, just looking phenomenal. Like, they could have easily pulled a Tarmac Works and just painted this black, and I don't think anyone would have complained. And that just, the fact that they didn't, just, it really, really looks good. When it comes to our cons, though, we do have one, and hopefully it affects only mine, and yours will not have this. But if we look right about here, we will see there is a QC issue in the paint. I'm not sure if this is glue or some sort of adhesive that has gotten leaked onto the car itself, or if this is actually like a smudge in the paint. Someone touched the paint while the car was still wet or something. So there is unfortunately a small QC issue with mine, which means that there could be small QC issues with yours as well. For some quick size comparisons, here we have our Huracan STO with some other Huracans you might have in your collection, with the standard Huracan from Hot Wheels and the Huracan GT3 from MiniGT. And here we have it with some other Lamborghinis you might have in your collection, with the Centenario Roadster from Hot Wheels and the Cyan from Tomica. Alrighty, so with all of that wrapped up, let's go ahead and give this one an overall score. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 9.6 out of 10. If it didn't have that small QC issue, I think I could probably put it up a little higher, but I can only review the one I got, and that is slightly disappointing to see that. That out of the way, though, I really think that it looks amazing from every angle, except for that one little from the bottom, but don't look at that. And I highly recommend that you guys add this one to your collections, especially if you're a Lamborghini fan, especially if you are a fan of the Huracan. This is kind of the coup de grace of street legal Huracans, in my opinion. And I really think that this is one that you really are going to want in your collections. You're going to feel as though you're missing out if you don't have this one. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below, comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model, and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video.